A quick little switcheroo, and yeah, back on out there. I just love to see the fight in Deivid. That last heat, he really rose to the occasion, dropped a couple of sixes. It was probably the best surfing I've seen from him so far. His opening round heat, it was a couple of falls, wasn't looking as connected, but I mean, he's got a big job ahead of him here coming up against JJF. But yeah, I mean, looks like John's having a little bit of a sniff here, so let's see what he can get done.
John Florence kicking things off in the round of 32 as he lays down that rail. An incredible forehand hook, sweeping it in the pocket again. Two huge power moves, then belts it vertically and shuts it down with a dagger of a finish. Then John Florence, the wave before, Deivid caught his wave.
Yeah, this was great. This is textbook John. This is the carving, powerful, traditionalist sort of surfing we've grown to love from John here out at main break. And yeah, I'm not asking any questions anymore. I think this was really well done, guys.
Just watch the way he hits. Variety of turns. Obviously, that turn there is what redefined Margaret River as a World Tour event, and really just showing us this performance power surfing that we've all come to accept since his 2017 victory. And here again, another one, cuts it so tight, and he never goes all the way to the bottom of that turn, so he stays in that top third of the wave, and he snaps that around again, actually getting covered up in his own arc there, so it doesn't get any more critical than that, and maintaining that control and momentum, which the judges call flow, into that third bash there. So variety of maneuvers, snapping that one, and he finishes with a fourth as well. So, I mean, if this goes excellent, we're not going to be surprised.
That was a really hard section to hit there.
It's going to have to go excellent.
So many people go up for that last turn, and you just get absolutely belted, but he just did that with such ease.
That is just vintage Florence at main break. Silva with a backhand bash and a claim to fire himself up, dealing with
Deivid's wave here. So he stayed out in the water from his last heat, and a big fan of spray there. He comes deep off the bottom and cuts that one short under the lip so he can get that completion. I think John's wave was just a little bit smaller, where Deivid's offered some critical sections, and that's where the judges went with it. Of course, they're still looking for combinations today. The judging notes specifying they want to see degree of difficulty in critical sections as well. On the compressed camera angle, it looks dramatic, just like that turn, Joe.
Big twist off the top for Silva, shuts it down again. His backhand is firing at all cylinders at the moment.
And heat where I saw him just ever so slightly get hung in the lip, but he does it so well here. Straight up into the lip, no hesitation, does not get hung up there, and then backs it up for that second one.
And learning from that heat he had just before, watch this second turn. That one was amazing. Watch, he cuts it under the lip, where in his previous heat he was actually getting hung up, as he said, coming down with it. So super technical. He's learning this spot with the wind. I mean, he goes fully vert there, so sends that up. The judge is going to eat that up. And then this next one, a smaller wave than his first, so I can't see it being as good as his first wave. But see this, he just cuts it short there. Really good surfing there from Deivid, and I think this would be a great backup score.
Wow, he's putting on a backhand clinic. Deivid Silva, 6'8", 817, taking the lead.
I can guarantee you that. I've had enough experience.
Deivid Silva now in motion, just up and out, just keeping his energy hot, still with the lead over Florence. John just needs a 6.67 after a long wait. Florence needing a 6.67. A cool slingshot. Florence wrap into an absolute hammer on the open face, belting it off the lip again. More room on the tail end, and after sitting for almost 25 minutes, Coach Ross Williams happy that Florence was being tested and got an A+ for patience and performance. With another crazy carve to start this one off.
Yeah, just slingshot straight off the bottom turn into that wrap, and another one there, a little bit tighter, and it'll lay back there. So setting up for the combo, and another vicious snap there into the lip, and he finishes in the bricks nice and clean. He rides that. That one would have felt good after such a long delay.
Yeah, really well done. He did drop anchor for, like you said, Joe, 25 minutes. But just keeping the fins in the wave, like Ross said. Let's not get in the air. Let's stick to those meat and potatoes, and that is right. That is it right there. He just drew that carving maneuver out, that first one out so long. Sort of created this second little section for himself here. This wave face was a little bit steeper. He was able to jam it in the pocket. get that bit of variation. It's exactly what Ross wanted him to do. And looks like that pressure was not getting to him. He wasn't going to fall here. He just looked so sure-footed, really controlled. Bit of pizzazz there, bit of fin release.
It's so amazing. He's able to do that turn, and he sprays himself where he comes so far around in his turns, and he just puts that board on rail so tight.
Yeah, I've just been so impressed already with what I've seen from John. So I think that takes his total up to 46 excellent waves now at Line Break.
Exactly. I was just flooding through my scribble notes there. I think you're spot on. 46 entering this contest with 44 at Main Break. As we look at Deivid Silva, who's been patient as well, hacks it in the pocket. Big section there, floats through it, right into a transition off the bottom, super smooth. Showing the judges that he has control for as long as he can before getting bucked off.
Dissect this. So he takes off, bottom turns, eyes the lip, and snaps that one with a vicious redirect into the pocket. Another one. So here, down the line, so that one's a speed float. And he finishes here now. He's a little wobbly. Whitewash grabs him, and he's sort of hanging on, and he's claiming it, but he hasn't actually ridden ahead with momentum and flow. That was a key aspect of the criteria this morning. So he may not get awarded for that last turn, but he will for those first two turns in this speed float. Will it be similar to that first wave or somewhere in between? I feel like it's going to go somewhere between that 6.83 and the 8.17.
Well, taking a while for judges to make their decision, so they might be seeing something in there. Scores are locking in, and 8.53. Not enough, but a huge combined total for a runner-up finish here in the round of 32. Getting a couple of excellent waves in the heat, and Miguel Pupo there to applaud the performance of his good friend Deivid Silva. Unfortunately, he'll be relegated to the Challengers Series, and John moves on to the round of 16.